That's it. Let me check the next one. Tomorrow, you gave a super chat for AVI KAPLAN, Change on the Rise. Well, that's interesting. I haven't reacted to anything from Avi yet, from his solo work. Guys, if you don't know, Avi is the former bass singer from PENTATONIX. And I know he's an incredible singer, but I don't know why. For some reason, I haven't reacted to him before. But yeah, okay, glad that I'm going to check something out from him then. Alright. Guys, like I said, I prioritize super chats. And if there are no super chats, I go chronologically in these suggestions. So, let's see. AVI KAPLAN, Change on the Rise. Is this his newest video, perhaps? It comes up pretty... Oh, it's not. It's 4 years ago. Okay, but this is probably one of his most well-known then. Is it? Well, there's always time for the first time listening to something. Of course, I'm very excited to hear this one. I think in the past I might have heard one song of his solo work, but I don't actually remember. And I don't know if it's this one, but I'm not sure. It doesn't mark it as a scene video, but let me check it out. Here we go. AVI KAPLAN. Let's see if there are any ads. Of course there are. Let me just mute the sound there. Carissa, indeed, like T-Talk said, I already reacted to Unforgettable Day. That's one of my most viewed videos from Dimash, actually. But like I said, you can check my playlist from Dimash to see what reactions I have done. If it's not in the playlist, I haven't seen it yet. Probably. Okay, so let me start this reaction to AVI KAPLAN, Change on the Rise. Suggested by Tamara. Thank you so much. Here we go. Nice visuals.
Without the light.
I think it might be this one that I've heard. I think it might be, but I have heard it probably once before, so I'm just gonna keep watching because I don't really remember a lot, but it sounds familiar though.
Oh, the darkness come. Hold through the night. The shadows will run.
It reminds me of something and someone.
Fend off the enemy, sing out the jubilee with all the fire we can breathe.
It reminds me some kind of, it's a combination like Ragnbow Man is something that it reminds me of kind of. It also kind of reminds me of Way Down We Go. I mean, the vibe at least, not really voice-wise, but the genre. Don't know why, but I mean, okay, let's keep going. T-Talk, you've been watching me for years? Really? I mean, I've not been active on YouTube for that long. I mean, it's been over 2 years now, but I mean, longer, but frequently, I should say. Oh, Marina, you did a super chat for Tommy Johansson, Go the Distance. All right, awesome.
With all the fire we can breathe, we're singing all day, and you can't tame it. High tide, low tide, you know, night time, or morning time, yeah. We're going strong, headed up, down the river. Oh Lord, I feel the reveling. I feel a change on the rise.
assume Avi is also doing the bass lines in the voice departments. I mean, he has a quite a big range too. And what I noticed always in the videos he was with in PENTATONIX, I always noticed that he has such a smooth sound to his voice. A very smooth sound. Not really rumbling, but very smooth. Also in the bass line. Goes very low, but so smooth.
I feel a change on the rise. What good's a man who's lost his soul?
There's a very subtle bass in the background. At some points it's not constant, but at some points there is a very subtle but very low bass there. I like it. And also the sound effects that they use. It's not your traditional drum. It's like more sound effects and percussion. More like claps and such.
When his flames gone cold.
Like the orange vibes here too, the coloring. Hi there, Hood Live.
Sing out the jubilee with all the fire we can breathe. We're singing all day and you can't tame it. High tide, low tide, you know. Night time, the morning time, yeah. We're going strong, headed up, down the river. Oh Lord, I feel the reveling. I feel a change on the rise.
Extra voices coming in. What is this song about, actually?
I feel a change on the, I feel a change on the rise.
This is a bit sharper sounding.
I feel a change on the, I feel a change on.
Like before, it was more of a full hollow kind of sound. Now it's a bit more sharper, like when I sing oh, or I sing like ha ha ha. The difference in that, like you hear, there is more of a sharper tone there. And now, right now, Avi is also going a bit sharper than before.
I feel a change on the, I feel a change on the rise.
Nice there, yes, nice run.
We're singing all day and you can't tame it.
Yeah.
High tide, low tide, you know. Night time, the morning time, yeah. We're going strong, headed up, down the river. Oh Lord, I feel the reveling. I feel a change on the rise. We're singing all day and you can't tame it. High tide, low tide, you know. Night time, the morning time, yeah. We're going strong, headed up, down the river. Oh Lord, I feel the reveling. I feel a change on the rise. I feel a change on the rise.
All right. Oh, that is interesting. Like only the last shot is with the blue lights, blue coloring, whilst the rest of the video totally is in orange, yellow and orange, and just the last part here in blue. That's interesting. Also, in some parts, he starts off his lines with a little bit of a growl in there. Interesting. I think I've heard it before though. Maybe once, but it sounds familiar. Thank you so much for your suggestion, Tamara. Very nice.